Hello guys, my name is Manish and you are welcome to our channel Genius Prep. So in this video we are going to talk about the very important topic that is called algebra. So in this video we will be taking some concept, we will be understanding how to solve the question and what kind of question you can expect in the exams. So let's get started with this video. Okay guys, so when you talk about the algebra, so what does it mean? So algebra means it's a situation where we have given an equation or an expression to find out the variables or to find out the final answer of the expression. So yes, that is a very simple definition of algebra. So whenever you talk about algebra, you have to solve the equation or you have to solve the expression to find out the answer. Okay, so let's talk about, first we talk about the linear equation. So what is linear equation? So linear equation is where we have to solve equation without any exponent. Like linear equation means there will not be any x square or y square. Linear equation means there's really x plus y or 4 plus 5 and something like that. Okay, so so when you talk about the linear equation or whenever you talk about whenever you have to solve the linear equation, so very first rule you have to remember, that is Padma's rule. What is Padma's rule? Padma represents the parenthesis, exponent, multiplication or division, or additional and subtraction. So P means parenthesis, exponent, division, multiplication, addition or subtraction. Okay, so what this Padma shows? Padma shows whenever you have given any equation. Okay, so whenever you have that equation, so you have to solve or you have to start the operation to solve that problem from in this order. Like if you have given any equation, so first we will solve the parenthesis, then we solve the exponent means like this power. Okay, then division or multiplication. Always remember, division or multiplication, addition or subtraction, they do not have any priority between these operations. So how do you know which operation we should do first? In that case we always move from left to right. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. Let's take an example and then you will understand what I'm talking about and how we can solve the linear equation. So here's the example. Okay, so what example says? It says 8 plus 1 square divided by 3 plus 2. Well, 3 into 5 plus 2. Okay, so first start. So we will use this Padma's rule. So what Padma's rule says? First we need to solve the parenthesis. Parenthesis means these brackets. Okay, so what is this bracket? If we solve 9 whole square divided by, okay, 3 cross 7, right? Now after that what we have? Exponent. Okay, so exponent means we need to solve this. So what is square? 9 square is 81, that is divided by 3 cross 7. Okay, now we have operation, dividing operation as well as multiplication. So which one we will do first? Okay, for that we will go with this rule. What it says? Always move from left to right. So when we move from left to right, what is? Division is first. So first we will, what we will do? We will divide 81 divided by 3. So when you divide 81 by 3, how much it will get? 2 and 7, 27. Okay, so now after solving, 27 cross 7 is equal to 7 7 9 4 7 7 times 2 14 and 189. So answer of this expression is 189. Okay, so in my previous example we solved the equation, okay, in which we just solve that and find out the answer. So now the second part of linear equation is the simplify the expression. In this we have given a variable and we have to solve the equation to find out the value of variable. Okay, so it's not very hard, just explaining you. So let's take an example, and there is an example which says if root x plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 4, what is the value of x? So here what we need to find out the value of x. So whenever you have given an expression and we have to find out the variable value of variable, what we need to do first? We need to isolate that value. So here we need to find out the x, so we need to isolate that x. So how we can do this? So very first step will be root x plus 2. We have minus 3, so what we will do? We add 3 in both sides. Minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 4 plus 3. Okay, so this cancel out, so it is equal to 7. This is x plus 2. Okay, now we know the value of root is 1 by 2. So this is kind of x plus 2 raised 1 by 2 is equal to 7. We have to find out the value of x. So what we'll do to remove this under root, what we will square both sides. So when you square both sides, this become x plus 2, 2 cancel out 1, and then 7 square, which is equal to 49. Okay, so now we have value x plus 2 is equal to 49. Then again, to find out the value of x, we will minus 2 both sides. 49 minus 2, and x is equal to 47. So this is our answer. Okay, so now this is a very basic question how to solve. Now we will take another question and another example to solve this one. You can start solving the same thing with me while I'm doing here. So what it says, if 3p plus 5q is equal to 27 and p plus 2q is equal to 15, then what is the value of q? So here you remember, here what you see, now in this we have given two equations. Okay, and we have two equations with two variables. Okay, and we have to find out the value of q. So what we'll do, if we have to find out the value of q, we need to eliminate the p. Okay, so let's write down in this form, 5q is equal to 27 and p plus 2q is equal to 15. Okay, because you're in exam, you're solving this, so we need to find out the very shorter way to solve this. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to find the value of q. So how we can find out the value of q? When we eliminate the p. How can we eliminate the p? If we multiply this equation with 3. Okay, so what you will see, we got the 3p. Okay, and if after multiplying this, what we will get, 3p plus 6q is equal to 45. So we have equation this, we have equation this. So now here we can say this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So then 1 minus 2. Okay, so what will happen? So p will be cancelled out because it will become minus minus minus, so it will cancel out. What you have, 5q minus 6q. So 5q minus 6q is equal to 27 minus 45. So it comes minus q is equal to 45 minus 27. What, how much it will be? Like 37. 37, then 3, 10, 13, 13, 18. Okay, so it will be minus 18. So minus to minus, q is equal to 18. That is the answer of this equation. Okay, I hope you get the answer. Okay guys, so after the linear equation, okay, the second part of algebra is the exponent and roots. Okay, so here what is exponent and roots? Okay, so exponent is like any terms. When we say 5 raised to 3, I'm taking this example. Okay, so this is the base of this term and this is the exponent. Okay, the number which is over the base is called exponent. So whenever it is more than one, okay, it's called exponent. Okay, when it is less than 1, it is called root. So it can be 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, whatever it is, it's called root. Okay, so this is a very basic idea about the exponent. Now one very important thing to know for exam perspective, whenever there is an even exponent, always yield a positive result. What does it mean? It means, suppose you have given a number like 2 square, okay, or minus 2 square. Whenever this exponent is even, what will we get? Like 4. What will we get? 4, because minus minus plus. So whenever you have even exponent, the answer will always a positive result. Okay, so now we know this this particular rule or the idea. So now we will solve some question and you will get the better idea. Okay, so what it says, we have to find the value of x, okay, where x square is 16. So what will be the value of x? Okay, so x square is equal to 16. Okay, so we will take under root, so x will be plus minus 4. Get why this plus minus? Because always know, if it is minus, okay, like suppose x is equal to minus 4 or x equal to plus 4, okay, when you square this you will get 16, you will square this you will get 16, because we have not given any situation, it's just saying find the value of x. So that's why we will say the answer of x will be plus minus 4. Okay, now the second question, it says x raised to 3 is equal to minus 8. Okay, x is to 3 is equal to minus 8. So what could be the value of x? So when you have this x is to 3 is equal to minus 8, you can write this down as a minus 2 cube, right? Or can you write down 2 cube? This is only two options we have. Okay, when you do this you will get minus 8, but when you have cube, 2 times 2 4, 4 times 2 8. So when you have plus 2 it is plus 8, but when you have minus 2 it is minus 8. So that's why the correct expression will be like minus 2 cube. Okay, so x will be minus 2. Why are we saying minus 2? Why not plus 2? Because we know if there is a plus, then this should not be 8, this should not be minus 8, this should be 8. So that's why the answer of x is minus 2. Okay. Okay guys, so now we will talk about the fractional base. What is fractional base actually? So fractional base is nothing whenever the base, like we talk about the exponent base, like 3 is to 5. So this was the base, okay? When this base is less than 1, okay? Less than 1, like 1 by 3, 2 by 9, anything, the value of this base is less than 1, the that is called the fraction base. That can be minus, that can be plus, okay? So it just depends, but should be value bit less than 1 only, okay? That is called the fraction base. Okay, so now here we'll talk about the properties of fractional base. So what is the property of fraction base? Okay, so it says when a positive proper fraction, okay, a number between 0 to 1, this is we talk about here, is raised to a power, an interesting property results, the resulting value is less than the original base. What does it mean? It means, suppose take this value. So what is our fractional base here? 1 by 3, okay, square. What is the next one term? Is 1 by 9. So when you solve this 1 by 3, if you solve this, it will become like 0.333, and when you solve 1 by 9, it will come like 0.111. So now what you see this, so this is saying the resulting value is less than the original base. So whenever you have fraction value and you have to exponent that, the new number that will come, that will always less than the original base. Similar case, similar kind of, this is a very similar property, okay? When you have negative number here, okay, in that case what will happen, you can comment that in our comment box, okay, and I will tell you the answer. This is we are talking about the positive number. Now what will happen if you have negative number? Okay. Okay, so now next property is when a fraction is raised to a power, the exponent distribute to the numerator and the denominator of that fraction. So here you see that actually this is a kind of the same property we just solve it, but it is just more, I'm just explaining in a different term. So when you have 3 by 2 raised to 4, okay, so when you have fraction, okay, so when you have fraction, whenever you have this kind of equation, so when you have to raise 4, you will distribute this raised 4 to numerator as well as in denominator. So 3 raised to 4 is 81 and 2 raised to 4 is 16. So this is a property you can use even here also. When your fraction is less than 1, you can use the same property here also. Okay, I hope you get the idea. These are the two basic property of fraction base. Now let's talk about the exponent rule. So we talk about the base, okay, now we are talking about the exponents. So there are some rules for the exponent, so I will take this very quick because it's not that hard. Okay, so multiplying, so it says the exponent with the same base add the exponent. it will be better if we take this uh, table. Okay, so the first property is when you have to multiply same base but the exponents are different. So when you multiply this, we add the exponent, like 3 square and 3 raised to 4. When you have this, so what we'll do, 3 2 plus 4. This is the very first property. Second is when the base are same and we have to find the answer. So what you will do, when it is in division, always do minus, because when it goes up its signs change to -2. Okay, so it is become 3 raised to 5 minus 2, which is 3 raised to 3. Why are we doing this? Always remember, this is 1 by 3 raised to 2. So how can you write this? You can write like this, because this represents this value only. So we are not doing something very special. We are just solving this in such a way so we can get the final value over here. So that's 3 raised to 5 and 3 raised to -2, and we use the first property, which is 3 raised to 5 minus 2, which is 3. Okay, now third property is a raised to x raised to y. What we need to do when you have this kind of situation, you always multiply the exponent. Okay, so a raised to, like in this example, 3 square multiply and then square 5. So what you do, 3 raised square 2 multiply by 5, this becomes 3 raised to 10. Okay, this is a just these you need to remember these rules, because what we have solved yet, these are very simple expressions. So sometimes you will see bigger expression and bigger little difficult question. So over there you can use these properties. Okay, I will try to take those difficult question in this session. If not in this session, maybe in my next session I will be taking those examples, so you will get the idea why these properties are so important. Okay, so now the fourth property is, now when we are multiplying two numbers in which bases are different but the exponents are same, so what we will do, we multiply these two numbers and we keep the exponent same, like 3 square and 5 square. What you will do, you just multiply the base and keep the exponent same, so you will get this answer. Then similar property for the when we have division operation and the base are different, we will do the same thing. We will just we isolate this, b divided by 9 raised to x, like 5 square 15 square and 3 square, 15 by 3 we'll get the 5 square. Okay, so these are the very basic rules, or you can say operations, which you will be using in difficult question. I hope you get this idea, and I will solve the more questions related to that. Okay, so now as we learn about the different rules of the exponent and the factors, so now we will now we will use those rules in this example, and this kind of example, this kind of question you will see in your exam. So how we will solve this? Okay, so what it says, 8 raised to 6 multiplied by 9 raised to 3 divided by 6 raised to 6, and we have given 5 options. How you will solve that? Okay, so now you will see when you write down in this form, 3 6 raised to 6. Now you will see, nor these terms are same, nor the exponents are same. How you will solve that? So one way of solving, if you don't want to use the previous rules, but that will be like just write down in 8 cross 8 cross 8 something like this and solve this, but you will not get the answer, because if you see the options, it is given in the exponent way. So what you will need to do, you need to factorize these in prime factors. Like suppose 8 raised to 6, what you can write, 8 raised to 6, you can say 2 raised to 3 raised to 6, which is equal to 2 raised to 18. If you remember our rule, when you have this kind, you multiply these. Okay, so 8 becomes 2 raised to 18. Now 9 raised to 3, that become 3 raised to 3 square multiplied by 3, that becomes 3 raised to 6. Now 6 raised to 6, that becomes 3 cross 2 6, 3 raised to 6 cross 2 raised to 6. So now we use the properties which we learned in just few minutes back. Now we'll put these value in the equation. What do you get? 2 raised to 18 multiplied by 3 raised to 6, 3 raised to 6 multiplied by 2 raised to 6. So you see this, cut it out, and 2, now 2 raised to 18 minus 6, which is equal to 2 raised to 12. So option C is the right answer. So you see how you can use those properties in this kind of question, and this kind of question you will see in the exam. Okay guys, so after exponent and fraction base, now we talk about the roots. What are the roots? As I told you earlier also, roots are nothing, it's just opposite to the exponent. So like exponent, if we have something x square, so root will be 1 by 2. So we just inverse the value, that is called the roots. Okay, so let's solve this. If root 16 is equal to x, what is the value of x? So we can say 16 raised to 1 by 2 is equal to x. When we need to find the value of x, so when you solve this, what is root 16? We can say, you can write it down like 4 squared by 2, right? So you cut this out, x value will be plus minus 4. Always remember plus minus 4, because it can be anything. Okay, but here's a trick, it will not be a plus minus 4. Why? Under root always will be a positive number until you are not talking about the imaginary number, that is iota. I don't think so we have this imaginary or complex number in our course, so we are not talking about. So here when we have under root, that means it will be a positive number, that is x is equal to plus 4. Okay, so that is a very first example. Now we will solving the question related to root, and equation is given, we need to simplify the roots. Okay, so what is this says? It is, sorry, it's like this. So we have under root of the whole term. So under root of 2 cross 12 minus 4 cross 9. Okay, so do you remember Padma's rule? What we solve this first? Parenthesis. So we can say 2 cross parenthesis is 8 cross 9, because if we have separate roots for all of them, then we will solve the roots first, but because we have to solve the whole equation and we have root for the whole equation, we'll solve this thing first. So what will come? 2 cross 8 is 16 cross 9, which is equal to 144. So root of 144 is 12. So one thing you always remember, if you remember 1 to 15 squares, okay, that will be great help for you in your exams, because you will see in like here also you see 144. If you remember 144 the square of 12, you will directly write the answer. Otherwise you have to solve this, you have to factorize this, and you have to take the unit, you have to solve the many, in many steps. So it will save your time, and in exam it's all about saving the time and doing the calculation in the right way. So answer of this question is D. Okay guys, so this will be our last question for this session. Okay, so in previous question, what we saw that we had a root for the whole equation. Okay, so for what we did first calculate this value, and then we use the root, we solve the root question. Okay, but here it's a different question. It's similar kind of question, but we have a different root values for each of them. So now we will solve this, and I will tell you how to solve this. So when you have a raised to 3 cross root of a cross b square, we can solve this a 3 by 2 cross a 1 by 2 cross b square and 2, because root is 1 by 2, cube root is 1 by 3. So you need to remember this, so you will get the answer. So now a and a, we have a base, same base. So what will, when we have same base, what we'll do, we add the exponent, multiply by b raised to 1. So what we'll do, 2, if you solve this, so it becomes a square, okay, multiply by b. So answer will be a square, b is c. Okay, so you see how we solve this whole equation. We just take a step by step, and at the end we are using those exponent rules. I hope you like this video and you like the examples what we solve, what kind of whatever example we solve here. You get the better idea. In my next video I will be solving more difficult question and more concept related to the algebra. Okay guys, so please do not forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for more this kind of update. If you have any doubt, you can let me know through the comment. We have a Facebook page also, you can comment us over there also. Okay guys, see you in my next session. Bye.